good for them. Like again, I treat everyone like their children. I've had people outside and I'm like, oh my God, I love you that you're here and I love what you're doing. You have to do it somewhere else. Anywhere else you want. Oh, wherever you want to be. I fully support you. Oh my God, I'm so excited you're fucking doing that. Like, do it wherever the fuck you want.
So to bring it back to the main police topic, and I appreciate how far afield we've gone because it is all definitely connected. Tell me why, from your particular experiences, and this is obviously a leading question, but it's intentionally so, why you think that, if you think that there is no way to reform the police, why do you believe that, if you do believe that?
Oh, the cops we have now are reformed. That's it. Like we've done nothing but reform the cops since the cops were created. If the FBI can't do it, what the fuck hope do you have? and they're never penalized. Like that's the whole thing with reforms. Like we again, corporatism, right? Like we speak in money. And like if your reform isn't also defunding, like what is the point? Like right now there's so many, like, but there's class action lawsuits, right? I'm part of the fucking class action lawsuit against the cops. It's really fucking exciting. It's its own thing. Fucking like when and if the like people who are harmed by cops get money, like in every year. This is in the NYPD. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's set up the same way in other states, in other police departments. But people who are harmed by the cops, people who win lawsuits, and in New York, it's hundreds of millions of dollars every year. That money comes from not the $11 billion that the cops have, I think, which is now edging on $12 billion. It comes from taxes.
Yeah.
So like
there's literally there's no consequences for that.
It's like the like we become the state's whipping boys of like, oh, you did something with it, or like the police's whipping boys of like, oh, you did something really bad, we're gonna take the money for healthcare.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna and then we're gonna blame you. Like it's just this really, really abusive fucking like fucked up thing where you got hurt and then they're gonna blame you for taking money. So you shouldn't sue the cops because then you're gonna be taking money from their back. Like,
yeah.
And if you make things financially unsustainable, like if you make a police officer hurting someone, killing someone financially unsustainable, if that is the reform you want, where it's $1 billion fucking dollars for every person hurt, for every bruise on someone's body, go for it. I think that'll work. Right. I think it'll work really well.
Yeah, it's true.
Think like,
that would be pretty good.
If that is the reform you want, where billions of dollars just like are siphoned out of cops because of like things they did, and they don't get to have jobs and they don't get to go to some other like police place, like fucking go for it. But no one's talking about that reform. No one is. When they say reform, they're like, it's incremental changes, and I'm like, oh, so like that's a lie. That's actually not how change happens. It's not incremental. Usually we just have these big revolutions and these big things happen. But we've been really, really trained to not believe that because it benefits the state.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah. Like I think reform would work if that's the reform people wanted. Like you said at the very beginning, right? It is financially beneficial for cops to continue to have these kind of like terrible interactions because they get to arrest people, which increases the crime report, which means they need more cops.
Yep.
Like that's what it is. Like, so every bad thing you do, it's only getting positive reinforcement. Like all they get is positive reinforcement constantly.
Yeah.
And like they're losing their shit because this is the first time that like they've been like chastised, even relatively, or been tired.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired. Like, oh, this is like
we're tired of getting our asses beat.
Speaking on IRS, like the thing that I heard so often from cops, the whole night, was cops being like, I don't even want to be here. Oh, I'm so tired. I've been working for so long. I was like, I'm in a cell.
Right.
I don't want to be here either. Oh my God, we're the same.
Right.
Oh, except you can leave and you're being paid. Shut up.
Right.
Are you?
That's really good.
Are you lying?
That's really good. Oh no. Oh.
And they were. It's so bananas.
To take a brief tangent. We're gonna wrap up soon. But I think it's super important that everybody remember that the way that the police operate here is the way our military operates everywhere else. They do fucked up shit everywhere, right? And we create instability so that then they can get more fucking Pentagon funding, so that they can get more troops and go more places and do more shit to destabilize more people, right? It's exactly the same game. And the fact that some people are willing to be like, oh yeah, ACAB, I hate the cops, but like support our troops. It's the same fucking thing, but it's just worse because it's in a whole different ass country. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing?
Really interesting because it's the same thing with reform, right? Where we like, it's like, you keep using that word. Right. So like when I think of supporting our troops, I think of homeless veterans. Like we did some fucked up shit. We have like created this really like institutionalized poverty system that tells people the only way to get out is to go murder people across like far away and to literally like cause your brain to fucking like just disintegrate and like and you're going to be homeless and you're not going to have stable relationships and you might kill the people in your life because like you fucking we're just not going to take care of you afterwards and your brain's going to be a little bit mushy. Like supporting your troops would be helping the people who can't get healthcare and who are homeless and who like didn't get to get education that they were fucking tricked into doing. Supporting your troops would be making college education free, so we don't have that fucking debt system. And to me, like I was raised with military family. I was raised on military bases, and they all hate cops. They all hate cops. Even military police, they hate cops. Like so, these are things that are like I'm like I feel like these are people who don't know any people in the military because then they would know that almost no one I know who joined the military really wanted to be in the military. They wanted to go to school.
Yep.
But all the cops,
the poverty draft,
wanted to police people and like those things. I think like I don't think that the military is doing different things at all, and I think there's a lot of people like that's not speaking for everyone, but I do see the kinds of people that like in the chances of like getting through. I see a lot more like in the National Guard and like in the and especially like veterans who have actually been over like who have been to war. That there is a much stronger connection there to understanding what's going on here. And they're much more willing to listen. They're much more willing to agree than the people who have like chosen to go into policing, because like I feel like those are very much, as much as they do the same things, the way that they're like vomited into kids and into our society, they are like actually like they're told to be opposed because the military themselves are said we're protecting everyone here, and then the police are like you're policing everyone here, you're punishing everyone here, and those two ideologies, even though they're fucking the same, we operate there, and we like fund a lot of like people outside of the country. Like if people actually go to engage in the thing, like if they actually go to war, those people who come back are like, that is not what I signed up for. And those people like usually are fucked. Like so supporting your troops or supporting fucking veterans, and like most of the veterans I know don't fuck around with that kind of shit. So like the people who are saying that, like it's like they're supporting militarism, and those are different things. Like you aren't supporting an individual at all, because you're not actually being helpful.
Hell yeah. I've had a few episodes about my cousin, and he was, he joined the army young because he wanted to go to school, and they fucked him up. You know what I mean? They fucked him up, and that's just how it is. And I think you make a good point about there being like, there being a